Congratulations, Avi, for winning second place with your question. And your question, as a creator of my own life's experience, what does my higher non-physical self wish to tell the physical me regarding the actualization of my life's purpose right now? First, let me say a bit about the higher self. Well, first of all, there's our physical self that gets up each morning, moves through our day, tends to our jobs, goes on errands, takes the car in for servicing, and all the while we're turning things over in our head, thinking about things, sometimes worrying about things. And then there's this level of our consciousness, an aspect that operates above the fray, above the drama, above all these day-to-day concerns. It's all wise, all-knowing. It's intimately connected to a higher power. It has a much broader perspective of what's going on in our lives, and it has a sense of what's truly for our highest good. So why do we need to access the higher self? To get ourselves to a better level of understanding, with a clearer view, a better perspective, to see things in another way, to get a sense of the role we're playing. When do we need to access the higher self? When we find ourselves at an impasse, in relationship, with family, co-workers, when we're worried about bills, when we need answers. What keeps us from accessing the higher self? Sometimes we can actually feel this disconnect in our bodies, a tightening, clenching, frowning, shallow breathing. Find a quiet space and breathe. We block the higher self when our thoughts get caught in a loop, playing the same story over and over in our thoughts. Too much noise. Go for a walk. We block the higher self when we try to force our own agenda, or when the ego self tries to elevate ourself by lowering another, or making us right by making another wrong. We rehearse the perfect conversation that will just show so-and-so. Too much noise. Turn on some music. Dance around. Take a yoga class, an art class, a writing class. Learn to meditate. Find your own way to quiet your mind. A tool that I've used for years is to imagine a big, beautiful air balloon. And I take all my cares and worries and I put them in the basket, and I see the balloon lifting up all these concerns leaving my head. And that clears the path for the higher self to come through. It could be an insight that kind of comes in sideways, or a solution that becomes so obvious, never anything I would have thought of, or in the way that I would have imagined, or in the way that I was trying to force things. Your higher self wants to be accessed more frequently, daily. Quiet the noise more frequently. We've all had moments when we felt really alive. Round up those moments, write them down, and then quiet yourself and go to the feeling of those moments. You'll start to feel a pull towards the right direction. And beware of the ego. It might disguise a certain plan as your true purpose. How do you know the difference? Observe your attachment. Are you attached to how it will look, or how you'll look to others, or how it might elevate you over others? When you're truly on your path towards your life's purpose, guided by your higher self, you'll leave the details to the universe. Much love.